There's a man in India who had no arms, yet he built an entire village with his feet. A teenage boy in Ghana walked 5 miles a day to borrow a neighbor's phone. Today, he's running a 6-figure tech startup. A woman in the US was raped by her stepfather for years. She's now a millionaire speaker, using her pain to empower others. Let's be brutally honest. If this doesn't punch you awake, nothing will. 1. The ugly truth. No one's coming to save you. You're not lazy. You're comfortable. You've got a phone, food in the fridge, a bed. You're surviving, but you're not living. Here's the hard truth. The world owes you nothing. And your excuses? They're valid. But they're also your prison. In 2006, a South Korean man lived in a net cafe for 6 years. Broke, ashamed, addicted. One day, he stood up, left, and never went back. Today, he's a best-selling author. What changed? One decision. I'm not dying like this. You don't need a therapist to start. You need a decision. 2. Comparison kills, but context revives. Stop comparing your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. Instead, compare yourself to what you could be. There's a boy in Syria who lost both parents in a bombing. He learned English from YouTube subtitles and now teaches refugee kids for free. You complain about slow Wi-Fi. Another story. A blind man ran 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days, while tethered to a guide by a string. What's your excuse again? 3. Pain is the currency of growth. If you're going through hell, don't stop. Because pain is either fuel or poison. You decide. A janitor at a public school secretly took night classes. 14 years later, he became the school's principal. His reason? My daughter said she was embarrassed of my mop. It wasn't the insult that broke him. It was the truth behind it. He turned that pain into purpose. Here's a cold fact. Most people won't change until staying the same hurts more than transformation. So maybe, just maybe, your rock bottom is the doorway. 4. Time doesn't heal, time exposes. You think you have time? You don't. You're not too young. You're not too old. You're exactly the right age to either start or stay stuck. Colonel Sanders was rejected over 1,000 times before someone said yes to his chicken recipe. He started KFC in his 60s. You're 19 and tired? You're 35 and lost? Good. That means you're awake. Now move. 5. Death, the final motivator. Here's what no one tells you. Every second, someone dies wishing they had more time. And right now, you're alive, wasting it. There's a gravestone somewhere, with your name already on it. Read that again. A guy named Peter was told he had 6 months to live from terminal cancer. He started painting as therapy. He sold over 1.2 million art before his death. He created more in 6 months than most people do in 60 years. So, the question is, what the hell are you waiting for? 6. You've been lied to. They told you to follow your passion. Wrong. Follow your discipline, because passion fades. But discipline builds empires. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson didn't get his big break in acting until after he failed at football, then wrestling, then almost went bankrupt with just $7 in his pocket. His passion didn't save him. His routine did. 4 a.m. workouts, 16-hour days, 0 shortcuts. You don't rise by feelings. You rise by force. Discipline is the difference between "I want to become" and "I became." 7 everyday heroes, no excuse left. Not everyone becomes a billionaire. But you don't need to be rich to be powerful. A man named James Harrison donated blood every week for 60 years. His plasma saved over 2.5 million babies. He worked a regular job, never went viral, no medals. But quietly, he became a legend. So don't you dare say, "I'm just ordinary." There is nothing ordinary about you, unless you decide to stay invisible. You are one decision away from becoming someone they write books about. 8. Your environment is killing you. Let me guess. You hang out with people who laugh at your dreams, who live for weekends, who gossip, complain, scroll, repeat. You're not broken. You're poisoned. Oprah Winfrey was raised in poverty, molested as a child, and told she'd never make it on TV. She cut off everything toxic. The people, the fear, the noise. And she built a media empire with 0 blueprint. What changed? She changed what was around her. So, here's a test. Who around you would clap if you failed? Cut them off. This is war, and you're letting enemies sit at your table. 9. Success is a system, not a secret. Want to win? Don't wait for motivation. Create systems. Wake up, work, reflect, repeat. A guy named Noah Kagan was employee nut 30 at Facebook. He got fired and lost out on 100 million in stock. Most would collapse. He started over with a whiteboard and a Google Doc. Built a multi-million-dollar business from scratch. Again. Why? Because he had a system, not a sob story. 10. Your turn, become the story. Right now, someone's scrolling this video, thinking, this is cool, but it's not me. Stop right there. A man with a stutter stood on a TEDx stage in front of 3,000 people. His opening words were silent. He just stood, shaking. Then he said, I've waited 32 years to say this. I'm not broken. He got a standing ovation. Why? Because he didn't come to inspire. He came to bleed. And people respect scars, not filters. So now it's your move. You can keep dreaming, or you can bleed for it. Because the truth is, suspense build, don't look away yet. The truth is, you're already in pain. You already feel behind. You already feel stuck. So why not suffer for something worth it? Don't you dare close this. Not yet. Because what's coming next will rip every excuse you've ever told yourself in half. 11. You are your own enemy. Here's the punch. The enemy isn't out there. It's you. It's the voice in your head that says, I'll start tomorrow. I'm too tired. I'm not ready. That voice, it's not your protector. It's your prison guard. A woman named Tiffany lost her job, her house, and her boyfriend in the same month. She slept in a car with her daughter. One night, she stared at the ceiling and said out loud, no one is coming. It's me or the grave. That night, she drew up a 3-step plan on a napkin. 1 year later, she owned a cleaning business with 9 employees. Her first customer? A man who once told her she didn't look like a businesswoman. The lesson? Most people are killed not by the world, but by their own silence. 12. Pain versus potential, pick one. You think this pain is permanent? You think being broke, invisible, insecure is your fate? You're confusing your current chapter with the whole book. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. They told him, you're not good enough. He cried. Then he trained. 1,000 free throws a day, 3 hours before school. Rain or shine. Years later, he became a myth. So here's the equation. Pain plus discipline, yes power. Pain plus excuses, regret. Which one do you want on your deathbed? 13. You're sitting on gold. You're not lost. You're buried. By distractions. By doubt. By other people's opinions. But here's the twist. Buried things aren't dead. Buried things grow. A broke barber in Nigeria started giving free haircuts to homeless kids. He posted before and after pictures online. 3 years later, over 800,000 followers, dozens of brand deals, and his own shop. He didn't need money. He needed momentum. What do you have right now? A phone? A pen? Your voice? That's your seed. Stop waiting for the farm. Plant it. 14. Fear is just data. Let's expose fear. Fear isn't real. Fear is a message, a red light, a warning sign. It's data, and you're interpreting it wrong. A girl with a chronic stutter entered a public speaking competition. Her coach told her, you're going to bomb. She entered anyway. She didn't win, but her speech went viral. Now she trains CEOs on public speaking, all because she did it afraid. Fear doesn't mean don't. It means go carefully, go consciously, but go. You're not waiting on courage. You're hiding behind perfection. Rip the mask off. 15. The clock is bleeding out. Every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, you're writing your own obituary. Let's be savage for a second. You're not tired. You're undisciplined. You're not confused. You're avoiding decisions. There's a man in South Africa who taught himself to code from a broken laptop at an internet cafe. He built a simple app to track water leaks in his slum. That app is now used by the government. This man had no degree, no funding, no connections. He had resolve. Right now, there are people praying for a life half as good as yours. And you're sitting there scrolling, waiting for a sign. This is it. No one's coming. No rescue. No cheat code. No secret sauce. Only you. And before you open TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram again, ask yourself, what if I'm the villain in my own life? What if the person I need to fight is the one I keep protecting? 16. The 3 laws of self-warfare. Law 1. Show up ugly. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to look good. Stop waiting for confidence. A man named Brandon was 300 lbs, depressed, broke, and divorced. He wore a hoodie to the gym because he was ashamed. But he showed up. 6 months later, he dropped 85 lbs. 2 years later, he's coaching others. He says, "I didn't show up brave. I showed up broken." Ugly consistency beats perfect motivation every time. Law 2. Make failure your coach. Your failure isn't a verdict. It's data. You failed a test? Learn why. You launched a business and nobody cared? Learn branding. You got rejected? Learn charm, communication, presence. Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, was trained by her dad to celebrate failure. Every dinner he'd ask, "What did you fail at today?" It rewired her brain. That mindset made her a self-made billionaire. Failure isn't a wall, it's a mirror. Look in it. Law 3, kill comfort daily. Discomfort is the new luxury. If it's easy, you're dying slowly. David Goggins ran 100 miles in 24 hours on broken legs. Why? Because he wanted to kill the voice that said, "You're weak." Your version? Take cold showers. Wake up at 5 a.m. Turn off your phone for 3 hours. Do the workout even when it hurts. Have the hard conversation. Start the project even if no one claps. You want freedom? Get comfortable with pain. 17. The War Map, daily non-negotiables. Forget vision boards. Forget long speeches. Winners do things daily, not yearly. Here's your new battle plan. Wake early, win early. Before the world can infect your brain, program it yourself. No phone, no drama. Just silence, breath, purpose. Sweat daily. Train your body. Because a weak body makes a weak mind. Your laziness is living in your muscle tissue. Burn it out. Create, don't just consume. Write, record, build, speak, sell. If you scroll more than you build, you're being used. Do one thing that terrifies you. Email the person, post the video, pitch the client. Every day knock on fear's door and stay there. A 17-year-old girl cold emailed 300 CEOs asking for advice. Only 3 replied. One of them hired her. She now leads marketing at a 15-Nanters firm. She didn't wait to qualify. She knocked and kept knocking. 18. The deathbed test. Let's jump 50 years ahead. You're lying in a hospital bed. Tubes in your arms. Clock ticking. You have 2 regrets. 1. The chances you didn't take. 2. The version of you could have become. That version is haunting you. You saw it once in a dream. You felt it once in your gut. You killed it every time you hit snooze. A nurse named Bronnie Ware spent years with dying patients. She asked them their biggest regret. The number one answer? I wish I had lived a life true to myself, not the one others expected of me. That's your warning. 19. Reputation versus legacy. Your reputation is what people say now. Your legacy is what they say after you die. Right now, your story is being written in silence. No applause, no views, no followers. Just grit in the dark. But soon, someone will say, "He changed my life. She gave me the courage. Their story pulled me out of the pit." But only if you start now. 20. Challenge. 7 days to war. Let's stop talking. Here's your war plan. 7 days, no excuses. Wake up at the same time every day. No snooze. 30 minutes of movement. Walk, run, push-ups, just move. Write down 3 goals every morning. 1 hour of no-phone deep work. Speak your dream out loud. Daily. Read 10 pages of something that makes you uncomfortable. Face 1 fear every day. Do this for 7 days. Then come back here. Look me in the eye and tell me, you're still the same person. Because if you do this right, you won't be. 21. Who you think you are is a lie. Let's begin here. Your identity is not real. It's a collection of survival patterns, insecurities, childhood wounds, social labels, lazy beliefs. The truth? The version of you that procrastinates, people pleases, overthinks, quits, was built to survive, not succeed. A man named Ethan was told from age 7, "You're just not smart like your brother." For 15 years, he believed it, until he stopped asking, "Am I smart?" and started asking, "What if I trained like someone who was?" Today, he holds a PhD, not because he was smart, but because he stopped being stupid enough to believe the story. 22. Identity is a choice, not a destiny. Here's the mind-blowing truth. Your identity is programmable. You weren't born lazy. You weren't born afraid. You became that way by repetition. So, guess what? You can become the opposite the same way. Start saying, I don't skip. I finish what I start. I do hard things even when I'm scared. I am a weapon. Say it enough. Your brain stops arguing. Real life. Muhammad Ali didn't say, I will become the greatest. He said, I am the greatest, before he won a single title. That wasn't ego. That was programming. 23. Burn the old self. No ceremony, just execution. Want to evolve? Good. Then kill the old you. No eulogy, no goodbye. That version of you, the one who scrolls for hours, says, I'll start Monday, hides their dreams, fears judgment, watches others win. Bury them today. A woman named Carla made a fake obituary of herself at 28. She wrote down everything she hated about who she had become. Then she printed it and burned it. That night, she shaved her head, deleted social media, left her job, and restarted her life in Thailand. Today, she's sober, coaching women worldwide, and living the life she never thought she deserved. Extreme? Maybe. But guess what? Mediocre actions won't kill a poisonous identity. You want rebirth? Then go violent with your patterns. 24. The truth? You will lose people. When you change, you lose people who liked your weakness. They'll say, you've changed. You think you're better? You're acting different. Damn right you are. The old you let others walk on you. The old you apologized for wanting more. The old you lived for approval. A young man started waking up early, going to the gym, cutting toxic friends. One day his girlfriend said, You're obsessed. I miss the chill version of you. He broke up with her the next day. 3 years later, he's a Navy SEAL. You either protect your evolution or protect their comfort. You can't do both. 25. The death of excuses. Your childhood? Not your fault. Your trauma? Not your fault. But your response to it? 100% your responsibility. Real life. A boy born with no legs became a wrestler. Not a fan of wrestling. A literal, medal-winning, beat people with his bare hands wrestler. He said, I'm not handicapped. I'm just challenged, and I like a challenge. That's not motivation. That's mind surgery. If he can do that, you can do your damn homework. You can build that business. You can wake up and stop wasting oxygen on excuses. 26. Identity is proven by your habits. You don't become disciplined by watching motivational videos. You become disciplined by keeping micro-promises to yourself. Every time you say, I'll do it, and actually do it, your self-worth rises. Every time you don't, your identity bleeds. A man wrote one sentence every day, just one, for 6 months. That journal turned into a best-selling book. He said, It wasn't the book that changed my life. It was finally keeping a promise to myself. It's not about being perfect. It's about becoming reliable to yourself. 27. You vs. you, the final war. Let's end the fantasy. There's no audience. There's no applause. There's just you and the decision. Do I stay the same? Or do I finally fight for the version of me that's buried under decades of fear, shame, and distraction? Because the truth is, you are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too behind. But if you stay in this comfort zone, you'll die there. And no one will even remember your name. 28. Everything can be taken except your will. Let's end with what the ancient warriors knew. The Stoics didn't preach comfort. They didn't cry about fairness. They trained their minds to thrive in chaos. Marcus Aurelius wrote, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Everything in your life can be stolen. Your job, your status, your friends, even your body. But the one thing they can never take? Your will. Your ability to choose how you respond. Right now. Real life. Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor, lost his family, his freedom, and nearly his life. But he discovered the last freedom. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. That's Stoicism, and that's where you become unstoppable. 29. Don't wish for easy, train for war. Epictetus said it best. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Stop telling the world what you plan to do. Just do it. The Stoics didn't pray for a lighter load. They forged stronger backs. I'll be disciplined when I feel like it, is the death sentence of average men. You want to be free? Then chain yourself to virtue, to excellence, to the grind, even when no one claps. Real life. Navy SEALs say, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall to the level of your training. That's life. Train your mind now, so when the storm hits, you don't fold. You stand. Thirta Memento Mori. Remember death. This is the Stoic master key, the one that silences all fear. Memento Mori. Remember you will die. Not someday. Not theoretically. For real. Your time is running out. Every breath you waste is one you'll never get back. So ask yourself, if I died tomorrow, would I be proud of today? Have I built a body, a mind, a soul that I die with peacefully? Or will I die bloated with regret? Seneca said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. 31. The Stoic warrior's vow. Say this aloud. Not for me, for you. I do not fear hardship. I do not seek comfort. I wake with purpose, and I sleep with integrity. I don't control outcomes. I control effort. I will not be broken by failure, nor seduced by success. I know death is coming, and I will meet it standing. This is your vow, as a Stoic, as a weapon, as the final version of you. Final word. This entire series wasn't motivation. It was a mirror. Now you've seen what's possible. The beast within, the fire behind your excuses, the weapon waiting under your wounds. You have two options. 1. Close this, go back, stay comfortable. 2. Burn the past, build the future, and never look back again. If this doesn't wake you up, nothing will. Now go. Your legacy is waiting.